live. Gonna wait for a few people to come in here. Just look at it till they get in here. Just look at it. For those rewatching this later, not gonna be able to go live tonight because we are inheriting Kayla's dad's old 1963 Mercury. Oh, I don't even know. Hold on. Monterey. This thing is a boat. Babe, you got the keys for the trunk?
They're in the ignition.
Ah, we might need that. Only one of you guys are watching. What the heck? Let me see. Oh boy. Let's take a look at it. What's going on, guys? See if we can flip this camera. Put like 4 12s in there. Be real nice. That guy helped us out, figure out what was going on here. V8 carbureted amazingness. What's going on, Keith PR Basehead 30? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to upgrade the radio on here. We got AM, and the speakers are like, I think this is one of them, or there was one down there, like way up. Yeah, I think that's a speaker right there. 54,000 miles. I don't know if it rolled over or not. 54,000. We got the electricity to work, and it does turn over, but it doesn't start yet. We're gonna be getting this thing towed. Say hi, Kayla. You're live.
Are you sure you're using the cord?
You can take it now. Yes. Joel here was nice enough to help us out. Get this thing, try to get it running. Yeah, I just came on here letting you guys know that we'll not be doing the show tonight. This kind of came up. We have to get this thing out of here because her dad is no longer living here, and we have to get it out. So he's got nowhere to put it. So, yep. Appreciate you guys. What's going on, Frank, Quaid? And you guys are great. Let's see here. Yeah. When I first came in here, though, I tried to see if the ignition, it had like some kind of old fuse on it. That wasn't the problem. There was a wire up in the front that had, looks like a starter ground, but it turned out to be actually the starter ignition or starter constant. As soon as we connected that worked. And she took the keys because we popped the trunk. I told her 412. She said no. She said no. Got a little 8-inch kicker in here on a little DX 250 covered by a handkerchief. This is my dad's new system again. Switched out from the Kicker Comp Q in a prefab. This is the ground shaker box. And this thing pounds for what it is, man. It sounds like you got like a 12 back here. Louder than the Comp Q in the prefab box that was 12 on the same power. But that just goes to show power's not everything. RMS is not everything, and it also has to deal with the enclosure. It's really the key here. Yeah, we gotta replace the battery up here. Let me disconnect that. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, whenever you're jump starting a car, how do you take it apart and reassemble it? Well, if you got the dead battery over here, you do this one first, but you do the ground on the dead battery, then you do the ground on the good battery, then you come back over here on the dead battery on the red, and then you do the good battery on the red, and then that's your connection. So whenever you're done doing it, I mean, if it's normally running, it doesn't matter which one you do. Ashy, what's going on? But usually what I do is take it off because this one's dead, this one's not. I'm going to take this one off here, and then I'm going to take this one off here, and then it doesn't matter which one you do, really. Technically, I think it's supposed to be on the good battery here, but yes, temporary connections here, but these are great. Battery needs replaced. This thing is just shot, but it's original from the car. We tried replacing the wire here for the solenoid, which this was not working, but then we fixed that. I did that part. We were jumping the solenoid here to get this to turn over, which it did, and it turned out that it was actually this wire here that looks like a ground. This is actually a positive. I was trying to hook it to the ground, it wasn't doing anything. And there was another fellow here that had mechanic background really well, and he got it going. So it does turn out like it turns, but we got to check the points. The points are a little bit dirty here, and obviously like clean out some stuff here, but see if we get spark on cylinder 1 here when I get this back home, and kind of go from there. But that's kind of the dilemma that we're at right now, just because this is taking longer than I thought it was going to take. Her sister said, oh yeah, we started it 2 years ago. So yeah, I thought, okay, dead battery, cool, I'll jump it. Now this thing needs some TLC, man. Frank the Tank, appreciate you tuning in. Love you guys. It's really sunny out. So just because this is taking forever, and my studio is kind of a disaster, one part of it, because I took that sub out and that held a lot of the background together, so everything's just everywhere. And we are still here at 6:30. I got to tow this to my parents because I actually have a carport that I could put this thing in. And God, the roof, we need shag. Just replace it with shag. It'll be good. It'll be good. Nice car. Gotta love old school. I know this is like a 63 or 64. This thing is very old. I mean, it's in good shape for the most part. I mean, it's been sitting here for a really long time, but I mean, it's OG, man. It's OG. Ah, look at that. As soon as I disconnected the battery, yeah, that was spinning really fast. That was spinning really fast. Is it a 9-volt battery system? I know. I think it might be 6 actually, and I don't know how that works with a 12-volt battery up front. I think it might be 6 because that's what they were talking about, the other two guys that are mechanics here. Kawasaki for the win. Yes. Yeah, it's got even like the high beam switch right there. It's great. This is the horn. That's the horn. Got your Prindle. You got your Prindle. D1, D2. El Fuego! It's Friday. Sorry, we don't got no fancy soundtracks here. Going to the hospital, send a prayer. I will, man. Everybody, just think about El Fuego and, you know, everybody that you love too, man. And appreciate every day you have them, and just pray that you have another one, man. I'll be praying for you, dude. I will. Man. Well, you got to make it at least till Tuesday, El Fuego. I got John Myers coming on, by the way, about like the Kicker SQ show. So figured I'd bring him on. He's actually going to be back. So have him come on, talk about the show, because he's going to be there. So yeah, make sure you got to make it till at least then, El Fuego. Love you, man. All right, let's see here. Ashy, Basehead 30. All right, there we go. YouTube's voice is kicking in now. We're live and we're direct. I know the guy that was helping us out, he actually accidentally ran over our mailbox as he was leaving. I'm like, I ain't paying you now. I can't. Oh, man. I've been wanting to try the YouTube short live stream on continuation with everything else I do, but I never did it. I know I got to start packing up some of this stuff here, but yeah, we got the kiddos in here. They're having fun. Say hello. You're live, Mr. B.
No.
Say something.
Yeah, Mom!
Yours truly. Mr. O, say something. You're live.
Yeah, Mom! I say your mom.
You're live. Say hi.
I say your mom.
Say Kicker.
Tito.
There we go. See, that's all he knows is Kicker. That's it. That's it. Speaking of kicker, kicker L78, dude, this thing pounds. It's a cute little one, man. And this is the system that it's like a temporary system until I tap into the OEM radio and everything. All it is aux. And I have an aux splitter. So the radio that's in the stock system gets a signal. And then this has a 3.5 coming from these RCAs going into that. So then it's just an aux split. So you got the bass knob, you got that output, and you control the volume with your phone. It's not the most ideal thing, but hey, I wanted to try it and hear how it sounded with just a little extra bass. This thing's got like the DSP stuff where you turn it up too loud, it starts to rear the bass down and everything else. So I'm like, well, I don't need the bass from that. I want the mids and highs. It's got the JBL system in here. I wish I could deactivate the woofer, but they do run in parallel with the mid bass drivers that are up in the front, so there is that. See, Roger, hey, I seen your text message, man. Thank you, Roger. Doing okay, you know, just living. Yeah, her dad is moving out of here, and we have to get this car out of here before they take everything. So there's that. It's like, okay, we can't let them take the car. This is the 63 Merc. And it's Kayla's car. It's Kayla's car. She said no kickers, but that's to be determined. That's to be determined. I mean, this would be a slab. You know what I mean? Put like, you know, kicker, Solo X, Kayla's kickers. Right there. Just line them up. I mean, you could probably fit 8 12s in here. 4 and then 4. It would be awesome. You're not staring at me, are you? No, okay, good. Like I have the camera the wrong way. It's a little dirty in here. But yeah, that's the spare tire. Oh man. Yeah, it's like hooked in there and everything. Here's the keys. Let me take this out. You got the gas cap right there. That's cool. That's real cool. Stork plate. I like it because the back looks like the front. It looks like the front of the car. There's the frunk. But yeah, we got it to turn over where the headlights actually work. Let me pull out the key here. One of these ways, huh? Here we go. Oh, well, you know what? I keep forgetting the battery's shot and I disconnected everything. But it does turn over. It does, you know, it just doesn't fire. We got to clean everything up. Appreciate you guys. I'm sweating. Yeah, just for the ones tuning in now, no live tonight. This is the live. I just wanted to say hi because waiting on AAA to tow this thing. I thought I could maybe drive it back to my place. That's not going to happen. Freaking bug. God. Moving on. And so I got to wait for that, and that's going to be like an hour or 2 hours. So we're sitting here and then drop it off at my parents in the carport area and then work on this on a rainy day. But did want to mention the Kicker HQ show. I will not be attending, but make sure you go to that. I'll leave the link for that in the description, but if you're going, you probably already know that you're going where you're going. And then Sunday, I will be at a stereo competition at Mecca. I'll leave a link for that as well after this live stream is over. If you're local in the Pittsburgh area, make sure you stop out. And okay, I'm live again. Everybody dropped off. I'm here. I don't know what happened. I am out in the middle of nowhere, so that might be it. And we got a background, which is cool. Let's see. Jimmy Dean, I put a 7-inch in a 6.5 cubic foot works great. I put 7 in a 6.5. Man, that's awesome, dude. Thanks for tuning in, Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean. All right, we're getting people back. We got 7 likes. Smash the like. Love you guys. Let's see. Roger. Frank the Tank. If you guys are here, comment, because I don't see any more comments. But we got 5 rubies. I don't know what rubies are, but thank you. I think that was Roger that sent the rubies. I'd never got a ruby yet. Is that like pennies or something? All right, cool. Yes, it's your cell signal. All right, cool. So we're we're back in action. It just froze on me, and I'm like, what is happening? Nah, thanks, Kip. Appreciate you. Floki, just wanted to share, I put my 15-inch Solo X in a custom box, about 4 cubes, and it's a beast. Can't wait to share more videos and stuff. Dude, that's awesome, man. 4 CBs, beast, Solo X, man, just 15-inch Solo X, say less. I mean, 4 cubic feet is small. They do recommend, what, 6 cubes, I think, 5.5 cubes for the 15. So it's not, you know, terribly off, and that doesn't mean it's just going to be, like, terrible. You know, you just build it accordingly. Hi, babe. You look so funny with the green screen. You're like a little person. That's funny. That's kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm old. Let's see. Now this is cool because I'm just literally just sitting here. Let me ask her real quick. Did you get a hold of the AAA or anything yet?
Yeah, I haven't had copies
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, so it might be a little while. Let's see. Frank Quaid is here. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I like it right here. Oh, God. This works. This works. All right, let's see. Flowski, I think over 5 tunes to 30. Okay, around 5 cubes to 30 hertz. I know, it's like the Solo X, you know, it's a musical woofer, but it's also with how much excursion it has and how they designed it, knowing the people that are going to buy this thing, what kind of bass they're going to be playing. You know, it's probably just going to do a little bit better in that 20, 30, 40, 50 hertz range rather than maybe like a 8-inch driver or a 10-inch driver that's a little bit lighter, and, you know, just it's built differently so that it can play higher frequencies a little bit easier than something like a Solo X or like a Sundown ZV6, or, you know what I mean, like this high excursion driver. So it all depends what you're trying to do. You're not going to put subwoofers in your door, you know, trying to play higher frequencies. So there is that. Andy is pitch hitting for Andy. That's it. Hope you're doing well, Kip. Are you going to the Kicker SQ at HQ show? Tuned to 28 hertz. Nice. You know, I mean, tuning frequency tells somewhat of the story, but not all of it. But it does kind of tell you, you know, if you are calculating it correctly, you know, just where it's going to just resonate at. So there's that, and then port velocity and all the other kind of factors. And you know, even when you put in your vehicle, it's going to change other things of how that port is loading against, you know, a loading wall, you know, your back of your car, or even just the whole vehicle itself, and how the vehicle resonates with that frequency and that orientation and where those waves are coupling as well. Randy G, hey Andy, happy Friday. I know it's Friday. It's Friday. I wish I had like the little like Stream Deck here on the phone. That'd be cool. That'd be perfect. It's just not the same. But thank you, Randy G, for tuning in. Appreciate you, and congratulations on your 155 on 3 Solo X12s. I know he's been trying to get that, so congratulations, sir. Thank God it's Friday. I know. Tomorrow, after all this, I'm probably just going to relax by probably like 11 o'clock. Like literally when I'll be done streaming is when I'm going to get home probably. Because I got to go to my mom's, drop this off, and talk to her for a little bit. Hey, by the way, there's going to be a 1963 Mercury, you know, old school car sitting in your parking lot. So there is that. But yeah, Saturday filming. I'm going to do the trailer for John, and then Sunday stereo competition. I wanted to go to the Kicker HQ show, but given that, you know, my main job, Sheets, hasn't paid me in about a month or so, and I'm kind of like on the last pennies, I'm okay. I'll get a pay, but it's just tight right now. So everything happens for a reason, and I will be there next year if they have it there next year. Shoop Dog, what's happening? Appreciate you. Now I know how Kayla feels when I'm in the studio and I'm screaming on the top of my lungs. Sound like an idiot probably. I know whenever I went down to Kicker in their studio and did it, it was different. It was different talking with people around and like not with the headphones and not in your own bedroom. It's a little bit different. So, but I'm having fun. I love you guys. You guys make it possible. Randy G with the Solo X's. I'm looking at it. We got 9 likes, 10 viewers. You guys are great. I know everyone's going to be like, oh man, I missed the live. It's like, yeah, I just randomly did this. I'm running out of time. I'm like, I need to say hi. I love you guys so much for just being here. Let's see. I am tuned to 28, but peaks at 36 hertz. Thanks. That's awesome. You know, and that's the thing too, where it's just like cabin resonance, like cabin gain, because you know, it's not just, oh, your vehicle has a certain resonance, you know, maybe at a certain position it does, you know, and where your ear is listening. If you have a window open, then it changes other things. So whenever you tune, like that's the thing, it's like, it's more than just a tuning frequency, but with the size of the vehicle, if you tune lower, you tend to get a little bit better response, because then you're going to have your bump, we'll say, a little bit above and a little bit below the tuning. And then when you go past that, farther up in a frequency range, you're going to run into the cabin bump, just like the port bump, or like, you know, just the box bump, you know, just physics. Because then you're going to start to where the vehicle likes that frequency, and it's getting louder there. So then you get a flatter response. Now, if you tune close to what your vehicle resonance is roughly, or just what the vehicle wants to do, get louder, easier, higher frequency. There's a mosquito in here. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Back to base. Where was I going with this? You're gonna have a very peaky bill. It's gonna be really loud right there, and then it's gonna fall on its face above that and below that. But when you're getting into SPL competitions, that's kind of the point. USA, thank you for tuning in, Andy. Appreciate the kickers and L7Xs. Kip, let's see, vehicle resonance does not change with your box tuning. Right. And, you know, I don't know enough about this, but I feel like even whenever because you're going to have like, you know, what the resonance of the vehicle is liking. You know, usually like SUVs, lower, because it's a longer vehicle. The wave can extend easier in a longer vehicle at a lower frequency, if that makes sense. So that's why it has a lower resonance. So, you know, but then when you're talking like flat walls, 4th order, 6th order bandpass wall enclosures, you're almost not getting that benefit. And that's why everyone's like, you're going to wall Cookie Monster, you're going to wall. It's like, yeah, but it does make some things harder and some things easier. So it's not just, oh, Wally, you're going to be louder no matter what. Hi, Mr. O. Bye, Mr. O. He just disappeared into the void. I love the background. This is perfect. If you ever won Kicking with Andy 50% off discount code, you will see this banner. And this mosquito is just driving me nuts right now. I don't know if you can see him. No, you're not going to be able to see him. He doesn't have a face. It's okay. Low Dimes, appreciate you tuning in. Sorry, I got a massive pimple right there, and I'm sweating, and lighting is not great. It's the real me. Randy G, if you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Boy. That's for the Discord. Play it and live it. Andy, appreciate you tuning in. This is why I wanted to do this, because I know you guys, you know, take your time out to hang out with me every Friday, and I'm literally just sitting here waiting for the car tow truck to get here so we can do that. Kip, let's see, you are on the right track, Andy. You can tune the enclosure to try to flatten out or accentuate the natural vehicle resonance, but it doesn't change the vehicle's resonance. Right. And the easiest way, I know you're supposed to put like a 12-inch woofer in a sealed enclosure with a total Q or QTC of 0.707, and then put it in your vehicle to figure it out. And I feel like that will get you very close. But like really a sealed box can kind of tell you what's going on. Even if it's too small, it might put that number up higher, where it's like, oh yeah, the resonance is higher. Really, it's not. It's the enclosure's a little bit smaller, because even sealed enclosures have tuning. Sorry, I'm doing that other part of the job that I was telling you about. They're like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, well, I clean sheets and I do YouTube and I do live streams. So here I am. The neighbors are looking at it, seeing if we got it fixed yet, which we did not. Let's see. But thank you, Kip. Forgot to say it's on 2000 RMS amp. Okay, so the Solo X15. You know, and that's honestly perfect. You can put a crap ton of power to the Solo X series, like the 10, 12, 15, 18s. The ones that are 2000 RMS. Obviously, the 8 is 800 RMS. So it's not, you know, it still can take a lot. It's still going to be able to do what the Solo X 10, 12, 15, 18 can do RMS-wise, you know. 2000 hertz sine wave continuous for those 800s, you know, and within reason, you know, like they survived the Parker test. If a woofer survives the Parker test, then it's a good woofer. It's a good woofer. But then is the company rating it in such a way to be able to withstand that? Now I feel like where people get the misconception of, I had so much to talk about tonight with other stuff too. I'm upset, but had to do this. We can talk about it Tuesday. But the old Solo X was rated a little bit differently. 5,000 watts RMS. If you would rate the new Solo X's like the old one, dude, it's like 7,000 RMS. 8,000 RMS. If you would compare it to the old Solo X18 that had 5,000 with the 3.5-inch coil. You know, and it's just, it literally can handle twice the power as the old one. And you don't need to put all that power onto it. In my enclosure on Cookie Monster with the old Solo X18 and the new Solo X18, watt for watt, it was literally the same. Like, it was like, I think 0.2 dB louder on the new one. And that's probably because, you know, watt for watt, because of maybe because it can stretch further and it's not having to. It depends the situation. I just don't have enough information. It could have been meter placement. It could have been the temperature. Like 0.2 dB is pretty much negligible. Like, it just doesn't make a big difference. Could be anything that you do wrong. And so it was literally the same. And I was worried about that. I'm like, okay, it can handle more power, but is it going to need more power? So back to the question, 2,000 watts RMS, it's plenty. It doesn't need all that. And I'm doing like 147.9, 148s on like 1,000 watts. So it's like, there's your 2,000 RMS amp all day clamping, and then probably a little bit more too. So, and that's the 18, of course. But they don't need much power. All right, let's do, man, we got a lot of questions here. I'm live. Let's see. Forgot to say. USA, I'm still running an old ZX 2500.1. I'm debating on getting another amp to run my 18 and keep the ZX just to have something old and cool. Maybe if I go up in value, maybe it'll go up in value one day. Yeah, the ZX 2500, man, that was the big boy before they had the Warhorse, or like right around when they had the Warhorse. And huge amplifier, man. Huge. 2,500 RMS at 2 ohms too, so you could get some power out of that thing. It was awesome. All right, let's see. At 1 ohm, that's perfect, man. That is perfect, Floki. Still a burst sheet on the amp. It did 2709 RMS. You know, I love how Kicker does that. They have the burst sheets, and he's talking about the ZX 2500.1. And it's not like they drastically underrate them, but they... Oakley, no! Oh, my God, he's going to break it. Kayla, get Oakley. He's going to break the rearview mirror. Kids. He's literally got that rear view mirror just crooked. He was hanging on it. Oh my God. All right, let's do a few more questions. We got to watch these crazy children. Uncle Bobby B. Yeah, he's hanging on the rear view mirror. He's going to break it. Say hi.
Hi.
Live and direct, huh? What's your favorite game to play on the computer?
Robot.
Roblox? What do you play on Roblox?
Bryson.
Bryson? I thought you played Ben 10. And there he goes. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, he's good. This green screen's driving me nuts. Let's see. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B. Couldn't end the stream without that. Thanks for tuning in, Bobby. Play it, live it. Hey, question. I was searching which Solo 8s is heavier in weight. I saw Solo Barrick L7 weight is 14 pounds, and I saw the Solo X8 is 10 pounds. How is that? I don't think that weight is correct. Given that the 12, 63, is it 63 or 50 some pounds? The 18 is, what is it, 20 pounds, 73 pounds. The 10, ooh, probably at least 45, 50 pounds. They're really probably almost the same. It's probably 50 pounds too. So for the 8 to be 10 pounds and it's a Solo X8, I don't think so. I would say it's probably at least 35, 30 pounds. But deal right now. Yeah, the L7-8 in there is probably 14 pounds because I do have the L7-8 and I would love a Solo X8 to put in that box because it's oversized. It's like 1.5 cubes. Port area is like, I don't know, 16 square inches. So it's like kind of perfect for a Solo X8. And I'm losing internet again or something. Kipalicious! SJC, thank you for tuning in. Cookie Monster is probably optimal at it. Corner loads off the glass. You know, right, you know, and that's the thing of just finding out where the meter is going to be loudest in your car. Like normally, yes, kick and everything, but sometimes you won't have as much of a bump from kick to headrest, or headrest to kick, should I say, because of the design that you have. Usually with like vehicles, you know, that are like walls and whatever, like the headrest is not much off depending from the kick score. It's like a dB or so. But then if you have like a sealed box, 212s, normal setup, and you do headrest and then you go do kick, you'll be like 2, almost 3 dBs louder. It's like, why is there such more of a jump with that? And it's just because of how the wave is propagating through the car, and it's reaching that destination farther away, and it's less cancellation, all that fun stuff, physics, science, I don't know enough. Okay. 0.707 is great for testing, and most audiophiles will claim that the QTC of 0.707 is the only thing that they like, but honestly, just about everyone listening to a system QTC that learns closer to 1, right? And I know a lot of your enclosures that you guys recommend is close to 1. It's like 0.9, 0.8, like it doesn't get to that 0.707 in a lot of cases, at least from like looking at the Kicker U app, because it actually shows you that whenever you go and like the minimum recommended, max recommended, sealed, and stuff like that, it does show that. So Kicker U app is awesome. So you get to see those kind of things. And, you know, it's not everything, but it does kind of dictate how the driver's going to react. And then you're going to put, you know, different woofer in there, same enclosure, it's going to have a different total Q or QTC and a different, like, you know, just tuning frequency of the sealed enclosure, because they have tunings too. Let's see. Just cooking chicken here. Thank you, Shoot Dog. I hope the chicken is good. I will post pics in the Discord soonish. Appreciate ya. Kahi, thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I'm new to subwoofers. Do you think I can build a good setup and DIY box for under $350? Well, I've built an entire brand new system with Walmart stuff for $250. Head unit, door speakers, amplifier, subwoofers, box, and it just wasn't worth it.
Give the other phone.
Yes, my dad's phone?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So whenever you cut corners, you don't want to cut too many corners off. That was too cheap. $350, but for a sub and a box, no amplifier, sure. Add an amplifier, yeah, maybe. 555-666. Appreciate you tuning in, Kahi. SJC, kids and live for the win. I know I need to bring them on the show in the studio one of these days. Like we've been set up for it. Me and Kayla, we've been doing a lot of testing. She disappeared now. Been doing a lot of testing for that. Shipping weight on an L7X8 is 32 pounds. I was close. I was close. Just by looking at it, you gotta look at it and just say, oh yeah, it's about 32 pounds. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? I want one so bad. You know, they've already sent me the 18, obviously, the 15, the 12. And I still haven't done anything with the 15 yet. I got to build a box for it. Sorry, it's big woofer. It's just not that easy. And I do have a box for it, but it's not the best box. So I need to build a box or get one from SDK Enclosures, one of the two. But she's already building a box for 215 Kicker Comp Gold, so I got to do that. but I would love an 8 and throw it into that box because it would be great. Shipping weight, okay, got that. Jimmy Dean, we make carbon fiber cabinets. Dude, that's awesome, man. I know, I want to mess with a 3D printer just so I can do some other things for, you know, whatever, just CAD stuff or whatever, little plastic stuff. And for sheets too, need it for the mops. But I love you guys. I wanted to do this live just to let you know, rather than like a video, rather than a post. I hate calling off on Fridays, but it's like something always comes up. It's been crazy. But Tuesday, kicking it with Andy. Make sure you tune in. Maybe I'll go live too on Sunday at the stereo competition. I think I will do that. So if you guys want to hang out with me, if I decide to do that, keep your notification bell on and I will see you there. Discord, I'll see if I can jump on. I just don't know when I'm going to be back. That's why I did this here. I'll let you know, Sheepdog. I mean, if anything, maybe like 11:30 at the latest, especially when the kids are in bed. Discord sounds good. All right, and love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Is this how I end this thing? I have no idea. Stay living loud. Does that work? No, that's that. How do I stop this thing? How do I stop it? I don't know how to stop it. I probably have to hit the X on the top. And Basehead 30 coming in. Thank you, Floki. Play it, live it. I can't. All right, let's see. Love you, bye. Oh, are you sure you want to stop streaming? No, I can't. I got to keep going. I can't stop streaming. It's a problem. Why do you have to ask me? Love you guys. And as always, stay living loud. And then we dance.